Hello YouTubers, I was just about to do a simple bit of maintenance on the vehicle and I thought, better film it. It's a nice little bit of a sort of job that anybody could attempt. So I've started off loosening all the sort of plastics under the engine bay here. It's my Toyota Celica VVT Li, and I'm going to flush the power steering. So all this should be loose now. Let's have it. There's a windscreen line there. Hopefully, there we go. So it's looking really sort of dark treacle colour there, and that's not looking very healthy. So it's just some very basic maintenance. So I'm going to have a little blast at that, and I'll show you how I do it. Right, so this is how we're going to tackle this job. There's our reservoir for our power steering oil, and you've basically got two lines, a flow and a return. So the idea is we'll take out the return, which I think is this one, and just empty it into some sort of vessel. So as the oil pumps through, it'll naturally empty. But what I'll probably do is I'll siphon a lot of that out, using a syringe or something, so just make the job a lot quicker. And we'll put new fluid in there until it runs nice and clean. So these are all the tools I've got for the job. So just a pair of pliers, a bit of hose, and that syringe which I use for getting things like, especially like lawnmower oil and things like that. It's just really handy bit of kit, just to syringe out even like brake fluid or anything like that. So we'll have a little bash of that now. Right, first job, and it'll make it a lot easier because we're not just pumping all that liquid through. I'll just syringe it out with this and we'll empty it into there. So here's our power steering reservoir. Let's see how much mess we can not make, hopefully. It won't give a real good indication of how mucky this is because I've already used it once for extracting dirty oil already. There we go, so we've got most of that out already. There we go, I don't know if you can hear that gurgling away. And then we'll just empty that straight into here. It'd be nice if I had a clear container, you could see the condition of it. And there we go. So we've emptied that into there. So the next job is I'll disconnect this pipe here, and if you go through my videos, my archives, you'll see I put in a new oil cooler line for the power steering, which is this here. So I'm just going to disconnect it there and connect another hose, and I'll turn the engine on, and while the engine's on I'll turn the steering wheel, and that will also pump any leftover oil in, and then we'll put some new oil in there. So it's literally that simple. Right, so what I've done, if you have a quick look here, I've connected this pipe here to what I think is the return. I hope it's the return, because if it's not, we're going to have a huge mess everywhere. But I've extracted most of the oil, so I'm going to turn the engine on and we'll get rid of the excess oil in there, and then I'll put some new oil in. And because this is a clearish pipe, we should hopefully be able to see nice clean oil coming through there. So I got some clean oil there. So I'm going to turn the engine on. Where can I put this safely? Let's get these out of the way. Put that there. Make sure nothing falls down. So I'll do that. So keep everything crossed. Maybe I'll put that bit of tissue there just in case oil squirts out everywhere. And we'll just go turn the engine on, and by turning the steering, that will activate the pump to pump the oil through. Let's stretch in here. Oh, I can see oil flying through there already. There we go. It looks like it's, I don't think we're going to really have to help it at all, to be honest. So I can see it bubbling in there as well. That absolutely flew out, so that's great. So I'm going to add this oil in here. Get some fresh oil running through there. We should see it coming through here as well. All that's doing is it's pumping all that through and getting clean oil through there. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, I'm quite happy that's pumped all the oil out. So, oh, we're nearly full up there. I'll tell you what, let me go switch that off. You can see that's absolutely bubbling through there. I thought we'd have to turn the steering wheel to activate it a bit, but won't bother. I'm going to switch the engine off. So you can see through that hose, it's nice, clear, sort of light red colour. That's doing its job lovely. Great, so we're just going to fill that up. Thank goodness we got that the right way round. I'm going to put this hose back on so it's just pointing up higher than the reservoir, so when we fill it up it doesn't come spilling out. But straight away that I saw some nice clean oil running through. So let's top that right up. What I'm going to do this time, I'm just going to turn the steering wheel without turning the engine on, and hopefully that even just that action will pump it through a little bit. I can't see the where the minimum and maximum is on this. That's odd. Unless there's a little dipstick on the thing there. Let's have a look. I suppose a lot, perhaps that's how you measure it, is on here. I suppose as long as it's showing on there, you should be good to go. So I'm going to do that. All I'm going to do is just turn the steering wheel this time and see if we get some oil going through that pipe. Just make sure the steering wheel's on that. Oh! I'm going to turn it on. Oh, I don't know, I feel a bit strange. So that's just going to pump out all the new oil. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to reconnect it because we know I've got the right quantity of oil there. As long as we can see the oil flowing back through. Let's have another look at that. So I'm assuming this is just the dipstick, so give that another good wipe. You know, someone could there we go, so we're right up there. You can see it's nice and clean there. The actual container's been tarnished a fair bit, but so it's hard to actually see the liquid in there. We'll reconnect that, and I think I'm going to have to move quite quickly because it'll flow out of there. So we're just going to disconnect this. So I'll do that, and then we'll have another check up on how we're getting on then. Right, I've reconnected the return flow here. Spilt a tiny bit of oil, but nothing serious. So I'll just turn the engine on. Perhaps we'll open that and just see the oils flowing through. And that's basically it, job done. So let's go turn the motor on, and I'll just turn the steering wheel on. Just as I was walking around this side, I think I can see that minimum and maximum level. It's on the back side of that container. Trust me to see it after I filled it up. There we go. So I'm just going to turn the steering wheel a couple of times. Oh, I can feel a bit of air in the system there. So I think just by turning it like that, you get rid of all the air in the system. Oh, there we go. It's going quieter now. So let's have a little look, see what the situation is here. Yeah, just on the back here you can see the minimum and maximum. Let's open that up. And it needs a top up. So I think, well, it should be alright to do that while the engine's running, shouldn't it? I can't see it doing any harm. So I can see it bubbling away in there. Have a quick look in there, you can actually see. So let's top that up now. Hopefully it doesn't spill out too much. There you go, it's settling down. We'll keep going. There's lots of lovely fresh oil in there. There you go. It's not bubbling now. It's pumping through. There you go, and it's flowing around nicely now. You can see it stopped doing that wild bubbling, and I think we're sort of, we'll have a look at the levels. We might have to get a tiny bit more fluid. Sorry for let's just turn the steering wheel one more time. Should be a... There we go, that's nice and quiet now. So what I'll do is we'll just check the levels one more time, but if we have another little look in there, you can see the oil's pumping around. Getting a bit closer. There we go. So nice and clean. And that's basically it. Very, very simple job. So, usual, like and subscribes, and we'll see you in the next video.